chokes them, skins them, and dumps them, each body in a different river. The water leaves us no trace evidence of any kind. That's Frederica Bimmel, the first one. Her body was the only one he took the trouble to weight down, so actually she was the third girl found. After her, he got lazy. Okay, let's see. Circles where the girls were abducted, arrows where their bodies were found. This new one today washed up here, Elk River, West Virginia.
Look at him, Starling. Tell me what you see.
Well, he's a white male. Serial killers tend to hunt within their own ethnic groups. He's not a drifter. He's got his own house somewhere, not an apartment.
Why?
What he does with them takes privacy. He's in his 30s or 40s. He's got real physical strength combined with an older man's self-control. He's cautious, precise, and he's never impulsive. He'll never stop.
Why not?
He's got a real taste for it now. He's getting better at his work.
Not bad, Starling. Questions?
Yes, sir. You haven't mentioned anything about the information contained in my report or Dr. Lecter's offer, did you?
Considering it.
That's why you sent me in there, isn't it? To get his help on Buffalo Bill, sir? Well, if that was the case, then I just wish I was in on it, that's all.
If I'd sent you in there with an actual agenda, Lecter would have known it instantly. He would have told.
This type of sex drive has certain aspects I just assume discuss in private. You know what I mean?
Doctor and Lamar, let's take a look at him.
Yeah. Star-shaped contact entrance wound over the sternum. Muzzle stab at the top.
Wrongful death.
Wrongful death.
She'll have to go to the state pathologist and test. Look, I'd better get back to that circus. Lamar will take me. Good boy. What else is this?
Well, he's not local.
What is that? Is it a seed pod?
No, sir. That's a bug cocoon. There's no way that could get way down in there like that.
Unless somebody shoved it in there.
She'll be easier to print and turn her over. Lamar, were you going to handle this?
Yes, sir, I will.
Jack. What do you think of these?
Different configuration than the other victims. Closer.
Victim's skin removed, this time in two large diamond-shaped sections of the buttocks. Still at exit wound level with the second and the third thoracic vertebrae, approximately 6 inches from the right shoulder blade.
Starling.
Sheriff, you should have talked in front of a woman. It really burned you, didn't it? It was just smoke, darling. I had to get rid of it.
Matters, Mr. Crawford. Cops look at you to see how to act. Matters.
Point taken.
Ligature marks found around the wrists, not around the ankles. This would indicate that the skin was pushed away.
Time call for my move. No fair, you lured him with produce. Up noogies. Still my turn. Nice and slow, baby.
If the beetle moves one of your men, does that still count?
Of course it counts. How do you play?
Agent Starling?
Where the heck did this come from? It's practically mush.
It's found behind the soft pallet of a murder victim. The body was in the Elk River, West Virginia.
It's Buffalo Bill, isn't it?
I'm afraid I can't tell you any more about that.
We heard about it on the radio.
You mean this is like a clue from a real murder case? Cool.
Are you hitting on me, Doc?
Yes.
Gotcha.
What do you got, brother?
Agent Starling, meet Mr. Acherontius Styx. Weird. Better known to his friends as the Death's Head Moth.
Now, where does it come from?
That's what's strange. Only live in Asia.
Asia.
In this country, they have to be specially raised from imported eggs.
Thought somebody grew this guy. Got him honey and nightshade. Kept him warm. Somebody loved him.
The 25-year-old daughter of Senator Ruth Martin, listed first as a missing person, is now believed to have been kidnapped by the serial killer known only as Buffalo Bill. Memphis police sources indicate that the missing girl's blouse has been identified, sliced up the back, in what has become a kind of grim, all too familiar calling card. Young Catherine Martin, as we've said, is the only daughter of U.S. Senator Ruth Martin, the Republican junior senator from Tennessee. And while our kidnapping is not at this point considered to be politically motivated, nevertheless, it has stirred the government to its highest levels. Reached for comment on the ski slopes of Stowe, Vermont. The president himself said to be, and I quote, intensely concerned. Just moments ago, Senator Martin takes this dramatic personal plea.
I'm speaking now to the person who's holding my daughter. Catherine is very gentle and kind. Talk to her and you'll see. You have the power. You are in charge. I know you can feel.
Object. It's harder to tear her up.
Please, release my little girl.
What you're doing, Miss Starling, is coming into my hospital to conduct an interview and refusing to share information with me for the third time.
Sir, I told you this is just a routine follow-up on the Raspberry.
He is my patient. I have rights.
I understand that.
Look, I am not just some turnkey, Miss Starling.
This is the number for the U.S. Attorney's Office. Please, you discuss this with him. You got to do my job. Understand? If your profile helps us catch Buffalo Bill in time to save Catherine Martin, the senator promises you a transfer to the VA hospital at Oneida Park, New York, with a view of the woods nearby. Maximum security still applies, of course. You have reasonable access to books. Best of all, though, 1 week a year, you get to leave the hospital. Go here. Plum Island. Every day of that week, you may walk on the beach. You may swim in the ocean for up to 1 hour. SWAT team surveillance, of course. And there you have it. copy of the Buffalo Bill case file, copy of the senator's offer. This offer is non-negotiable and final. After Mark dies, you get nothing.
Plum Island Animal Disease Research Center. Sounds charming.
That's only part of the island. There's very nice beach. Tern's nest there. There's beautiful.
Terns? Hmm.
Pleasant and violent. Transsexuals are very passive.
Clever girl. So close to the way you're going to catch him. Do you realize that?
No, tell me why.
After your father's murder, you were orphaned. What happened next? I don't imagine the answer is on those second-rate tunes, Terry.
I went to live with my mother's cousin and her husband in Montana. They had a ranch.
Was it a cattle ranch?
Sheep and horses.
How long did you live there?
2 months.
Why so briefly?
I ran away.
Why, Clarice? Did the rancher make you perform fellatio? Did he sodomize you?
No. He was a very decent man. Quid pro quo.